and that is the fact that since 2009, 125,000 Christians have been slaughtered in Nigeria. Churches burned, children kidnapped, and faith under fire. So give our audience a little update on why this has happened and what has happened since 2009.
Well, actually, it goes back before then, but it's been accelerating, and it's even more accelerating now than it was back in 2009. And basically, the northern part of Nigeria is a battleground between Christian farmers and Fulani herdsmen who are Muslim. And with the creeping Sahara getting larger and larger, the herdsmen have less land in which to use for pasture. So they're encroaching on the Christians and seizing their lands and slaughtering the Christians. In other words, it's a jihad of Islam against Christianity. And it really reached a situation that ended up being very bad for the Christians. Back in 2015, at that time, Nigeria was roughly 50-50 or 40-40 Muslims and Christians population. And it's a huge nation, over 100 million people. And at that time, in 2015, the president of Nigeria was a Christian. Goodluck Jonathan was his name. And he was fighting Boko Haram, which is one of the Muslim terror groups, which means Western civilization is bad. And they were attacking the Christians, and he was going after the Boko Haram, not only with Nigerian forces, but he also had contracted with South African mercenaries who were taking back territory that Boko Haram had seized. And Barack Hussein Obama, as president of the United States in 2015, tilted the election of 2016 towards a Muslim president, Buhari, and stopped military aid to Nigeria because they were killing the Muslims. And Obama was describing the strife that it was an economic problem between the herders and the farmers, when in fact it really is a civilization war, where Muslims are trying to seize territory from Christians when they can. And John Kerry, for example, condemned the Nigerian government for killing 30 Boko Haram terrorists, and yet in the meantime they're killing hundreds of Christians, and he said nothing about it. So they terminated the aid, and Barack got on TV and made a video in favor of the Muslim and aid and everything else they assisted. So sadly, the 2016 election, the Christian president lost to the Muslim, who at one time was president of Nigeria, and he tried to become a dictator, and he was kicked out, but he made a resurrection and he was back. And from there it's gone downhill. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we all remember the outcry of the 267 Nigerian girls that were captured and seized by Boko Haram, and Michelle Obama got up there, and the girls and all that, save our girls, or bring our girls back. 80 is still not back.
Wow.
All these years later.